So if you're someone who's tried to be perfect with keto and ended up exhausted, bored, or quietly dreading food, this video matters. So stick in and keep watching. Because week 17 was made one thing clear: low carb is working better for me than strict keto ever was. And honestly, it just feels like a relief. And we've all been told that stricter is better, lower carbs, tighter rules, more discipline. But real life doesn't work on macro calculations, especially when you've got a big holiday coming up like we've got here in the UK. And this week's felt different, not dramatic, not extreme, just steady. Energy's better, mood lighter, food feels normal again. And the biggest shift has been more veg, got much more colour, much more volume, much less stress. I'm still eating low carb, I'm still fasting, but I'm just not forcing my body into ketosis like it's a badge of honour. And here's what's actually happening. First, hunger is calmer, not gone completely, that wouldn't be realistic, but it's quieter. I'm not obsessing about food, I'm not counting down the minutes to eat, and low carb has given me that flexibility without the chaos. And that matters in perimenopause, whether people like to admit it or not. Secondly, my digestion feels much better, more veg, I'm getting more fibre, less bloating, better overall movement, not that heavy stuck feeling. Keto purists hate this bit, but it's true. My body likes vegetables. So yeah. Thirdly, and this is important, the way of eating now feels socially survivable. Big, as I said, we've got long days, shared meals, no food scales in sight for the next couple of weeks. And instead of panicking about that, I'm feeling calm. Low carb lets you make grounded choices: protein first, veg on the plate, carbs are chosen, they're not feared. And that's a very different mindset from kind of having to really worry about getting through events. Keto isn't bad, it just wasn't sustainable long term for me. And if a way of eating only works when life is quiet, controlled, and boring, it's not really a doable long-term solution. And what worked for me this week was the realism. The meals were simple, no complicated recipes, no chasing ketones, no guilt for eating vegetables that grow above the ground. And the knock-on effect has been my energy feels better, more movement, and more trust in my body again. More flexibility over what I'm eating. And when you stop fighting physiology, your body stops fighting back. And this week wasn't about weight drama. It was just about momentum. Low carb and fasting has given me what feels like that sweet spot. Enough structure to stay on track and enough flexibility to kind of live more easily. And that's what I'm taking into the holiday season. So if you're watching this and you're feeling stuck because you can't stick to keto, hear this, you're not failing. The approach might just be a bit strict for you and wrong in this phase of your life. You don't need extremes. You need things that are repeatable and easy to follow. Next week, I'll be navigating real food, real events, real choices, without blowing everything up. And that feels like progress worth keeping. And if this kind of honest, no nonsense midlife health reset is useful for you, stay with me and subscribe, and I'll see you in week 18.